You owe you. You owe you to get up and exercise. You owe you to eat a little better. You owe you to take time with your family. This is a sentiment that I agree with, that it's hard to swallow sometimes, but that I heard on an episode of Order of Man that I listened to. The episode's actually from mid-September of this year, 2022. Order of Man's hosted by Ryan Michler. His guest was Eric Thomas, who's a motivational speaker, speaks to professional sports teams, a whole bunch of other folks, and Ryan Michler, who's the host of Order of Man, has done great things with his podcast, let alone his Iron Council that he has to build men up and be good leaders, and also works with Jocko in Origin, Maine. So at any rate, I was listening to this while I was blowing leaves, and it was great. It really drove home. And from Eric Thomas's standpoint, he was homeless. He ran on the streets for a bit, as he says, right? Not with great folks. He didn't have a father. Ryan Michler also didn't have a father around. And both of them, I was lucky enough I did, but both of them saying, like, no one knows me because of how I grew up. No one knows me, whether it was the president or the homeless person on the street or anyone there. And also, none of those folks came to feed my family, right? So when you talk about blame or who owes you or who you're going to point the finger at, look in the mirror and point it at yourself. And that was the sentiment. And, man, I need to do that more sometimes because I'm like, oh, that's that person, this and that. And I know I'm talking about the here, there is no they. But we all get caught up in it. And it was just refreshing to remind myself through Eric Thomas's words and Ryan Michler's facilitation of the conversation, to let me know, like, I owe me. I owe it to me to not be lazy and lay in the bed on these cold mornings and go to jiu-jitsu or go to my garage gym or do some yoga in the living room, to get off, my computer or my phone and pay more attention to my kids and my wife, to eat a little better. I'm 48. I'm getting older. I owe it to me so I can be here on this planet as long as I can with my family and friends. And so as you go into this week, what I'm going to do, and I say it's a prompt, right? You can do what you want, but what I'm going to try and do is remind myself that I owe me. I owe me to be better prepared for the meetings I have tomorrow. I owe me to get up and get some hydration and get a snack before I go to jiu-jitsu. And I owe me to, come out of my home office and greet my kids and my wife and not be a grouchy shit. I owe me that, because by owing myself that, I'm then going to put out better stuff for the people around me. So let's all owe ourselves and do better for ourselves tonight. Tomorrow, depending on when you're listening to this, it could be tomorrow already. We have listeners from all around the world. So if you're in Australia or India or France or China or anywhere over there, like, people are listening, and thank you so much. If you want to read more, go to KevTalksPod.com. Please subscribe to Kev Talks Podcast on Apple or Spotify, wherever you are. Leave a review. It really helps grow the show. And I'm really, I changed the name of the show because I'm just going to be a little more real, honestly. And not that I was fake before, but that's another sentiment that's in that episode. It's be yourself. Be who you are. Don't try and be someone else. Don't try and shape your message or what you want to talk about or how you want to present. But be yourself, right? And it'll come out if folks want to hear it. And so I hope you want to hear it. Thanks for being here. Owe yourself. Remember, you owe you. I owe you for being here. And always remember to have a plan so you and your teams know what to do, to stay informed with those facts, not just fear, and get involved so you can help make a difference in this world. Godspeed.